So I watched the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for 2024 and I found it very underwhelming. There was a lot of anticipation for me for this year because I was pretty well versed with a lot of the shows that they had nominated. And so I was very excited because I felt that now that I had seen at least a good portion of them, I was able to vote and really see what all the hullabaloo was about. And I was very excited because I hoped that, okay, maybe this year we're going to do something a little different. But then when the event actually started, there were a whole hill of problems. The fact that during the pre-show that they actually started just announcing the winners before the main event, absolutely abysmal. Whoever decided that was not a good idea. The absolute horrendous dub that they played over the actual event was terrible. I always thought that when you do award ceremonies, you're supposed to already have what the people are saying written in front of you. That way, it makes it a lot easier to translate and to actually match the lip flaps to each other. But no, I think they were just doing it on the spot, and it kind of shows. It wasn't that good. I'm pretty sure this has something to do with Crunchyroll testing their little AI thing, like the fan subs that they were talking about. And honestly, it is not looking good because the subtitles were also poorly timed and written and sometimes didn't appear at all. Or during the actual event, they would reveal the winners before the person said it, which kind of ruins the entire hype.
And the anime award goes to Demon Slayer.
I don't know who was in charge of doing the subtitles, but y'all really need to work on that. Now, to the actual awards itself, this whole thing felt like it dragged on. Now, it could have something to do with the fact that it started at 3 a.m. where I'm from in Eastern Standard Time, which of course is not really Japan's fault. They started at 6 p.m. their time, so of course, cultural differences, that's cool. Also, it just got boring. I got so bored while watching this thing that I actually started writing the notes that you are hearing me say for this video in the middle of the stream. That should never happen. I really like the whole anime orchestral score when they showed Dragon Ball, One Piece, I think Captain Space Yamato, and Full Metal Alchemist. Of all shows to pick. Yeah, no consideration for Naruto or Bleach or even bringing in the big three, but Full Metal Alchemist, I guess. Okay. I'm actually a real sucker for seeing real orchestras performing live, so I really like that. Sawanu's new theme for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Really good. But I got sick of hearing that song over and over and over again. It was terrible after a while. Like, you guys do know that you can put more songs in between the shows and when presenting. Listen, I know Sawano's a really busy guy and that's understandable, but at the very least you could have maybe had somebody else do some more insert songs rather than that same dang song every single time. Come on, it just made my head hurt. The celebrities they featured, for the most part, I'm sure other people knew of them. I don't. Honestly, they shouldn't have even had them in the first place. They didn't add anything at all. You know what I think would have worked better? Why not have some of the people that were nominated speak? Like the creators, like the cinematographers, or maybe some of the directors. That would have been way more interesting than listening to some of these people. Yeah, you know, I would much rather hear about what Sayaka Kyoso and Tadashi Hiramatsu say about this whole thing. Or better yet, why couldn't you let Ryu Nakayama speak? That would have been nice too. Don't just wait until they're up there accepting their awards. Let us actually talk to them and get to know them. This is probably the only time we're ever going to actually see them in person. Would have been nice to get some of their input, but yeah, you know, who cares about the people that actually worked on the show? This is the Oscars and the Academy Awards all over again. Good Lord, there were so many paths, so many avenues, so many opportunities you could have taken. This whole thing is a hot ass mess. Bong Joon-ho, the director, came to present for Best Director, which was very fitting. I really like his work. I think that he's the best for the job. And apparently he's making a new anime, so I'm definitely going to be watching it. I'm looking forward to that. While we're on the topic of presenting, one issue that I really had, the fact that they made a big stinker about all the creators, but they completely brushed over the voice actors in like the pre-show, I thought was a little unfair and frankly downright disrespectful. Listen, I understand there's a lot of hard work that goes into making an anime or an animated movie, but they are part of the process too. I feel like they should have treated them with the utmost respect, the same way they treated the directors, the cinematographers, etc., etc. The voice actors are also a part of the reason that the characters come to life. Frankly, I find it to be a huge slap in the face, in my personal opinion. I think that the treatment that the voice actors got, regardless of their location and nation and or country, was absolutely abysmal. You presented them during the prelude, when people are still logging on to watch the show and get ready for the main show. Why not just wait until the main show to present them all? Oh, well, it would be too long and too drawn out. Bro, it's an award show. You already got us here at 3 in the morning to watch this. At the very least, you can make it count. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you should do better. I'm just gonna say it like it is. Get your shit together. Meg The Stallion was honestly the best part of the show, I ain't gonna lie. She wasn't even up there that long, but she immediately stole the show. When I was listening to her talk, she sounded like she was happy to be there, whereas most of the people, save for a few, seemed like they were being held at gunpoint the entire time. I don't know what the hell was going on, but Meg, you did a great job. By the way, the outfit, loved it. It took me by surprise at first, but when I actually got to look at it, it's really cute. She even had the lace underneath. That's some exquisite detail. Great job, Meg. Also, I like that she knew how to hype up the crowd, and I was actually excited to see her compared to a lot of these other people. And I wish she spoke a little bit more because good Jesus, this thing was just meh. As you all know, JJK won Anime of the Year. It was an absolute joke, but let's be honest, we should have known that this was going to be a problem considering how often we saw JJK being nominated. Well, brother. I should also note that another reason why the whole JJK winning thing is so blasphemous is because they only included the episodes from the Hidden Inventory arc. Yeah, the Hidden Inventory arc represents the whole JJK series, which if you ask me is complete bullshit. This is why I feel like they should have done a better job of clarifying which arc it was, considering the fact that, again, inside the actual voting, they showed the poster for the Shibuya Arc. You would think they do a much better job of clarifying which version it was, because people are just naturally going to see JJK Season 2, think of the Shibuya Arc, and naturally vote for it. I'm a JJK fan as much as the rest of you, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I personally do not think it deserved even half of these nominations. And if you think it deserved all of them, most likely you're someone who's probably only watched JJK, and that's fine. I would highly recommend you to just broaden your horizons. There were a lot of other good shows that I personally feel deserve some of these awards, and I think a lot of people will agree that they were snubbed, and that should not still be happening. It seems like the judges just voted for the same anime over and over again, which, in my personal opinion, I find that to be absolutely lazy. Needless to say, this was my first anime awards, and it is also going to be my last. But fear not, dear brethren, I have decided to take these sour-ass lemons and turn them into lemonade. What do I mean by that? Well, here's what's up. I have compiled the entire nomination options and instead put together my own Google Sheet with a bracket war competition. I wanted to try this out, and I think it might be a little fun just to have some people vote on what they think should have been nominated and whatnot, and have them duke it out fair and square based on not premature judges, but your votes instead. I don't want people to actually fight. I just want this to be something fun, okay? I know that a lot of people are kind of fuming due to the anime awards right now, and right now I just think that we might need something fun to do. So basically, what you gotta do, it's very simple. Just click the link in the description to the Google Sheet, which shows the same categories, but the catch is you have to write in what anime or what character you think should be nominated for that specific topic. Be it best continuing series, best new series, best film, etc., etc. The only catch is that it has to be an anime from 2023. You do not have to fill out every single section. There are no judges. You hold all the power. All you gotta do is just send them to me. That way, once I compile them all together, we can put them in a bracket war and solve this dilemma fair and square. Because I think, like most people, there were certain nominations that should have been there and certain nominations that shouldn't have been there. So again, the power is in your hands. You just gotta send it to me. I plan on closing the voting on March 9th, so hurry up and get all your nominations in. So yeah, let's turn this negative experience into a positive one. I'll be watching. If you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you guys have a good night. Now, if you excuse me, I'm off to get some well-deserved sleep.